Hey everyone, welcome to Bourbon Bums presented by Greene Valley Wine Spirits, 344 Commons Drive in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I am HBSC, the head bum in charge, along with Master Taster Baloney, and we have Heaven Hill, but it's not normal Heaven Hill.
Not your standard HH?
No, we wouldn't do a normal Heaven Hill review.
I think I have actually years ago.
Maybe years ago. This is Heaven Hill store picks. They're finally doing store picks for these now.
Thumbs up on that.
Yeah, I feel like this is a long time coming, if you ask me.
Yeah, so I've been a fan of Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond for a while now. Since I actually got into whiskey, a lot of people, back in when COVID started and everything started getting allocated, this started getting harder to find.
Yes, that was allocated
in the Chicagoland area. This bottle, not the single or not the store picks, but just the standard Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, was hard to find for a while. Then. Now it's like readily available at our grocery stores.
You see the cases on the end caps.
Greene Valley Wine and Spirits has got it. But now they came out with the store picks, which I got excited about. I think that's a great move for Heaven Hill. So I'm excited to, deep dive into this.
Yep. So this is a Binny's Beverage Depot store pick. So for the Chicagoland area, it's our big box store. This one, as Peter mentioned, 7 years old. And this is still 100 proof. It is from Rickhouse FF45. Rickhouse FF4 Floor 5.
Yeah.
Not 4-5, Floor 5.
I'm excited to try this. Also excited to maybe further down the line, maybe a side by side to the regular and see if it stands out.
So same price on these at $60 for. So they didn't up the price for.
Good.
For a store pick.
Credit to them.
Yeah, credit to them.
This smells good.
So yeah, this is freshly cracked bottle. We didn't do any notes because we've had the normal Heaven Hill numerous times. It's just like a normal everydayer, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I've recommended it to people getting into whiskey. I said these were good bottles. Even if you're gifting it to somebody that likes whiskey, you can never go wrong with a Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond.
Yeah,
it's a really good, like you mentioned, everyday pour, or even like a little special occasion every once in a while.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. Now it's funny because like you mentioned earlier, people would, say it was when it was allocated during COVID, and you'd be like, "Ooh, I got a Heaven Hill."
Yeah.
People go crazy for it. Now, demand finally
back down to earth.
Yeah, back down to earth. And that was weird because like even before COVID, that wasn't allocated. It was so weird that was during the time.
Yeah, so. It used to be the green label, age 6 years. It was probably like $25. Then they repackaged it, added an extra year. People did complain that like adding the extra year, they raised it up to, I remember it being like $49.99.
Yeah, $49, $45, $50.
Yeah. Now, like everything else, everything's up. It's closer to $60 in the Chicagoland area.
But it's still a good bottle for the price.
Off the nose.
Yep.
I get that classic Heaven Hill nuttiness to it. There's a good amount of like, not peanut, because peanut I generally attribute to Jim Beam products, but there is like a good nut to it, like a walnut or even like a chestnut.
I was trying to figure out what I was picking up here, so yes, thank you for.
And then it's still got like brown sugar. So brown sugar, caramel, and then a lot of like the Heaven Hill nuttiness to it.
Yeah, not a bad nose. Nice golden color.
I like it. Smells like good whiskey.
Yeah. All right. Before we taste it, got to pay a quick bill. Greene Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook is the best liquor store in the southwest suburbs. Come see their newly expanded and remodeled location for all your liquor needs. They have a great craft beer selection, an ever-expanding portfolio of tequilas and bourbon, and a new wine rack showcasing the best wines around. And while you're there, stop by their newly added tasting bar to try all the Bourbon Bums store picks before you buy. That's Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive at the corner of Route 53 and I-55 in Bolingbrook. And tell them the bump sent you. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Cheers.
Salute.
Oh, yeah. Nutty.
That's good.
That's nutty.
That's nutty. That's Heaven Hill nuttiness.
Peanut butter, nutty.
Yeah. Peanut butter. Almost, like those like salted Spanish nuts they sell at Binny's? Like that. There's caramel. There's like salted caramel, but then peanut.
Yep.
And then there's almost like a peanut oil aspect to it too.
Yeah. If I honestly, you could put this up with like a Jim Beam product, and I might be a little confused of what I was drinking at it's.
I'm not gonna lie. This, I mean, obviously it's a single barrel, so everything's gonna be different. I'd be interested in trying this compared to other picks.
Yeah.
This is about as nutty as it comes for Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Like, because I do get Heaven Hill nut, but not as pronounced as Jim Beam. And like you mentioned, this is almost like a Jim Beam product.
Yeah. If this would be like an interesting side by side with something from like a book, like the Booker's Reserve. We did the review of that.
Yeah, but the Booker's Reserve was almost like another level.
That was in the running for our whiskey of the
maybe
year.
like a Knob Creek store pick, or just like the regular Baker's, like the Baker 7.
Yeah.
I think Baker 7 compared to this would be a good side by side.
Yeah, so our store, they had, I think it was like 3 or 4 different store picks or single barrels for the Heaven Hill. So I grabbed one where I felt like they put the little tasting notes. So I grabbed what I thought at the time would have been like the most unique to review. And this is definitely, I think, for like exactly what you said for a Heaven Hill product. I was not expecting that much nuttiness.
No.
On it.
Third sip, I got a little hint of cherry. Just a punch of cherry right at the end of my third sip, which is good. I'm
happy you got that, because I'm just getting straight up. It's like liquid peanut butter for me, man. Which I'm not hating on it.
I will say this: now knowing how it tastes, you got to be in the mood for this bottle.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna this specific single barrel. You're not gonna go. It won't be a daily drinker.
Yeah,
it's like you got to be in the mood for something nutty. Yeah, that's kind of a curveball. I don't think we were expecting this.
No, I was definitely not expecting it at all. So good summer bourbon, I would say.
Yeah, good summer bourbon. Good, I'd be interested because it's so nutty. Now, I am typically not a fan of most cocktails or mixed drinks or something like that.
Oh, but
because this is so nutty, maybe you toss it into a Manhattan or a little fashioned, or even smoke it.
Yeah.
And see
smoky peanut butter.
Yeah.
See that as much as that's a great idea, what sucks about that though is like you can only do that cocktail until so you better have the recipe right, because
Yeah.
once the bottle's gone, then your whole cocktail profile is going to be messed up. So
like a one-off.
Yeah. All right, let's throw a point grade on this one.
I like it. It was not what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
When I expected Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, I was thinking caramel, vanilla, just the standard, bourbon notes from Heaven Hill. This is more nutty than I thought. Still good. 7.5.
7.5. I'm gonna give this a solid 8.0 on this.
Okay.
Because I really like the peanut butter on it, but yeah, like you mentioned, you have to be in the mood for it. It's a nut bomb. That's basically what it is, and I don't mind it. I'd rather have that than like a lot of corn aspect to it. So, but this is I still would drink this. Like on a regular occasion, but
sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah. All right. So 8.0 for me, 7.5 for you. So we'll split it down the middle. We'll probably throw this in our hopper for our store picks of the year for 2025.
And it's early in the season. I do want to try a different single barrel, see how different it really is.
Yeah. All right. So that is our review for our Heaven Hill single barrel. Thank you to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits, 344 Commons Drive, Bolingbrook, Illinois. Stop in, tell them the Bump sent you. Grab one of our single barrel picks, because we don't have this one, but we have so many other tasty ones. So thank you guys, and we'll be back very soon. Salute.